Day to you. Happy birthday. Let me just turn the music down. A bit loud there. Just a moment, please. Hello, I am Michelle House. I'm Michelle House. I am from Rich Living. Rich Living is all about your money and your life and how to live a rich life from the inside out. So while Facebook does its usual thing and lets everybody know about the live, I'm just going to do some clicking around to make sure that everybody's on. Okay, I can see you all coming through now. That's awesome. Very cool, very cool. Good morning, Beck. Nice to see you. Good morning, Elise. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, 7 of you. Okay, I want to see 7 hellos over there in the corner. You know the drill. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning. Hey, Lisa. Lovely to see you this morning, this evening, nighttime. I don't know where we are. Morning, M. Morning, M. Oh, Emma's gonna love this topic. Okay, good morning, Melinda. Here's to a smooth flowing Thursday. Here's to a smooth internet connection. Hey there, Paula. Hey, Georgina. Hey, Tara. Okay, let's get started. So I wanted to talk to you about perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. And I know for the perfectionists out there, that's really hard to hear because my name is Michelle House and I'm a perfectionist. And it's a constant place to get to remember and to know that, oh, good morning, Joe. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. With perfection, that it is, there is no perfect. And last night we were doing the Q&A call with the, I was doing a Q&A call with some students, 17 students who were very, very patient, very, very patient, while I had amazing technical difficulties that I've really not had before on a Q&A call at night at all. So I'm blaming the heat. The heat's melted all the connections everywhere. But what my point about perfection is, when you stay stuck in it not being perfect, no action happens. When no action happens, nothing can come in. So you know how we have conversations around we have to open the space for the universe and divine intelligence to bring things forward to us. If we are stuck in perfection, trying to have it perfect and not taking action, then we've got a wall there. Okay, so I want to give you a couple of examples of me, of course, because I'm human, and this is my behind the scenes video that I do with you guys every day. So last night we were doing the Q&A call, and the Facebook would not let me do a live. I tried 5 times, and I was yabbering away there, and nobody could see me or hear me. And then all of a sudden, I was in there, and then I wasn't. It was such a mess. And I started to feel the feeling of, oh my goodness, what's happening? What's going on? This isn't going the right way. And as soon as I feel that feeling, I go, hang on, this is what's the right way right now. This is the way. It's not right or wrong. It's just the way. What's next? What are you going to do next to be able to communicate with 17 people? So then, other options. Let's try Zoom. So over we went to a Zoom call, had to, let everybody know in the Facebook group, hey, we're going over to a Zoom call. In the Zoom call, and I'm yabbering on, it's a Q&A call. It goes for about an hour. And I'm answering people's questions and talking and chatting in the chat. And then Zoom pops up with a message saying, your free Zoom call, something or other, will expire in 10 minutes. And I'm like, what? Okay, so then we went back to back to the group. But in the non-perfection, if I had stopped at that first point and said, okay, sorry, we're having internet troubles, let's postpone, that was an option. That was an option. But I really connected and felt that I had to do that Q&A call last night, no matter what, given the space that people were in. So as the leader, it is my job, for want of a better word, to hold the space for people. And when you actually look back on it from last night, the questions that were in there were about procrastination, not being perfect, not quite ready yet, all of those things. And then I give them this live example, fully prepared, mind you. Oh, no, it wasn't. I give them this live example of what unperfect looks like, yet it's perfect, because it was the demonstration that people needed to see about getting into action, whether it's perfect or not. Does that make sense? We get so stuck on what we think is the perfect thing. I actually looked up the definition before because I'm going, okay, before you go there, what's the dictionary actually say about perfect? It says make something completely free from faults or defects, make as good as possible. So I don't think anything can be completely free from faults or defects. I don't think anything, it's all about making it as good as possible. What's the best that you can do that's as good as possible? Does that make sense to everybody? Let me just pop you guys back up there. Okay, so let me have, yeah, haha, love it. And yeah, it was totally perfect. And I know that even for me, right now, as you guys all know, I'm in this new phase of my business where I'm following a process that I've not followed before, a marketing process, which is all about what's it called? Product launching and service launching, and there's a launch sequence when you do your emails, and there's this whole methodology around generating interest in your programs. And it's completely new to me. And so whenever I look at things, I go, okay, is that completely right? And then I go, it is what it is. And all of it is going to be what it is. I'm not sloppy about it. I'm not, oh, that will do. I'm not like that at all. But I'm not stopped by it's not perfect, because I won't even know that it's perfect because I haven't done it before. Does that make sense? Maybe the second time around when I do the launch, it'll be different because I'll go, well, hang on a second, I need to adjust this and this because that didn't work last time. But even still, that's not going to be perfect. So there is no perfect. And if you're sitting, if you're one of those persons, if you're one of those persons, if you're one of those people that's just sitting and going, I'm just not quite ready yet. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. It's not perfect. The stars aren't aligned. The planets aren't aligned. It's not perfect. If you're in flow, and you can feel it. By the way, your instincts are highly tuned at the moment due to the eclipses, the pre-eclipse period that we're having, I discovered last night. So if your instinct is telling you it's time, it's okay, go with it, then step into it. You don't have anything to lose. You don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to lose. I still have people who are buying services from me. I don't have anything to lose going through something like the launch sequence and it not being perfect. I still have a business. I still have a life. I still have a husband. I still have a family. I'm doing what we've talked about before on these 555s, risk, learn, evolve. You know, the great saying I came up with when I was 22 is I'm taking a risk because I'm stepping into a place that I don't know and it's not perfect, and that's okay. That's the risk for me. And I'm going to learn so much. You wait till you hear the next 555s over this month. I'll be telling you everything I learned over the next couple of weeks. There'll be massive learning. But I am so open to that because learning will expand me. My learning will expand you. So I'm actually really excited about it. And then I will evolve. And then the next time I go to do the product sequence or service email, whatever it is, the launch sequence, it will also be risk, learn, evolve. Is that making sense for everybody? It was great. Emma, it was totally perfect. Lisa, everyone's perfect is different. Totally, totally. My perfect is different to your perfect. Yes, great point. Robin, it was great to see everyone in person last night. I think I'll work out how to do the Zoom calls for future reference. You know, the other thing, because then I went on a blurb on the page. The other great thing about all of those technical issues last night was it showed me what I needed to do here, technically in my space, to make the launch of Money School not have technical issues. So it was perfect for me in that regards as well, if you want to say perfect. I haven't done, I like that. I haven't done it before. How can it be perfect? That's me sometimes. So instead of, like, how can it be perfect? What about what else is possible? So maybe looking at a document, for example, that's got to go out, or a logo. I know I've got lots of creative people on here. Looking at a logo and you're going, what else is possible here? Rather than, is it perfect? What else is possible? Completely different vibe. There seems to be a lightness about that. So maybe the question, what else is possible? I'm excited too. Emma, I think my perfectionism comes from not doing it right and then other people judging me or not even liking me. So that is all of your story. Emma knows all this. Emma's in working with me a lot at the moment. Perfectionism is something that we're not born with it. We've either watched somebody do it and get frustrated with not being perfect, perhaps a parent, or parents looking at us and going, it's not perfect, it's not perfect. So it's all that storytelling that we tell ourselves and then run our lives from that story, which may or may not, which isn't usually true anyway. Emma, oh, that was deep. Which part? Paula, that is great and so true. Donna, good morning. No worries about being late, honey. Nice to see you. Tara, perfectionism has always been a curse for me. I have learned to let it go on many occasions. Perfect is a growing process. And is perfection something that we grow into? No, I don't think it's something that we grow into. I think, like what Lisa's saying, it's a growing process. You grow, you evolve, you grow. There's no end. You just continue, you continue, you continue. How's that sitting with everybody? Has anybody got any questions they would like to ask me this morning? Beautiful Jono has already snuck in a coffee for me. Haven't had one this week, I don't think. Might have had one. Anybody got any questions this morning? No? Cool. All right, awesome. Well, I'm off to a planning day today. 5 hours of planning, which is planning lots of things. Of course, planning money school, but also planning some other admin stuff as well. So big day for me. Hope you, Robin, I have a friend who is a perfectionist and her daughter has become a perfectionist as well. And now the mother says, don't worry, you don't always have to be a perfectionist. Yeah, Melinda sits perfect with me today. So I hope you guys can just look at, and somebody said this yesterday, I think in one of the posts, I think it was you, Robin, keeping it real. That's what I like these 555s to be about. Well, it's actually who I am anyway, I think. Why did I say I think? I'm pretty sure I'm keeping it pretty real. You guys know a lot about me. That I like to keep it real because it's in my learnings that you guys learn. And that's where I get my joy. That's where I get my high vibe. That's where I get my fix, is watching your comments, watching you guys keep coming up and showing up every morning at 5:55. So that's awesome. I really thank you so much for joining me every morning. I love it. Thank you. And if you are looking at this video, you haven't seen me before, you might want to go back and have a look at a couple of the 555s and pick up some really good info. Pretty sure you'll find some helpful tips for you on your rich living journey. All right, rich living dance. I'm not going to call it journey. I'm calling it a dance. It's like a little fancy time. All right, loves, have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow for 5:55. Bye.